Welcome back to Good Day Stateline. It's been a huge summer already celebrating the Rockford Peaches, but the fun is just getting started for the studio and their musical about the Peaches. The Girls of Summer, they're right here. We're getting a sneak peek tonight with some of the stars. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
So we have Cassidy, Julie, and Marissa. I think you look adorable. I'm so excited to hear about this because Courtney from the studio and her team, they wrote this musical.
Yes.
Okay, so Cassidy, let's start with you.
Okay.
Tell me like who you play in the musical and a little bit about the show.
Okay, so I play Georgie Macaulay
Okay.
in The Girls of Summer, and Georgie is the accidental leader of the team.
Okay.
And I say accidental because she is a very good motivator for the girls. She is kind of like a softer kind of character, but she knows what to say, she knows how to motivate everyone, and then we kind of get the fire under us, and then we're able to, you know, then when all of the Peaches are on stage and singing and everything like that, that's what it's about more so than it is Georgie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm guessing the show's about baseball?
Yes.
Just gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually like play baseball on stage?
A little bit. We throw balls
Okay.
sometimes.
Not anything more than just kind of throwing and catching. But
Yeah.
there aren't any actual like baseball game scenes
Gotcha.
in the show, thankfully.
Yeah, I think that'd be hard.
Did you guys, have you ever played baseball, softball, any of that experience?
No, we want to get the team together though to play a game
Yeah,
of baseball
that would be
because so that we can experience it. But yeah, so
Yeah,
I don't think
played
we
a
do.
little bit like growing up with my dad and brother, but nothing serious, nothing professional for sure.
So tell us about your character, Julia.
So I play Maureen. She goes by Mo, and she is she's a little conceited. She's
Okay.
kind of self-centered and like very motivated by like furthering herself. And Georgie's actually kind of like her enemy. She's like very put off by Georgie. So anytime Georgie is like giving like a pep talk or singing or anything, Mo's kind of like, oh, this again. Because she's kind of got a chip on her shoulder because she feels like Georgie's kind of taken a lot of things from her, like a boyfriend in the past and like all this kind of stuff. She does end up getting on the team, Mo does. But she's kind of sassy and kind of flirty, kind of something that like I've never played before, which is super fun. But yeah, and she kind of develops like a little thing with one of the reporters and so
Scandalous.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you get to wear your hat backwards, so I had a
Oh
feeling
yeah,
you're
It's kind of a
What's the
rebel, so I
scandal?
thought I would go with the backwards hat. Yeah.
What about you, Marissa?
So I play Hazel. Hazel is another one of the Peaches. She is one whose husband was sent overseas.
Okay.
And so she's joining the league and she goes around with the team and plays the game.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this takes place in like the 1940s, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So it was actually based on like the true story of the Peaches. So in the 40s during World War II, when all the boys were being drafted to the war, there were not enough boys to keep baseball going, so they had women try out and they had women play like actual professional baseball. So that's kind of what this is based on.
So you guys actually got to take part in the 30-year celebration of A League of Their Own last week, which is
Yes.
exciting. And you got to meet Maybelle, right? One of the only ladies who is still around who was part of the actual league. Wasn't that so cool?
it was amazing.
She was so sweet. We were performing, and then she was just kind of sitting in the front, and she was rooting for us the whole time. It was so nice.
sweet.
I think it really meant something to the people there and to us too.
Yeah.
Whenever we were performing, and then like there were people even saying like, yeah, like kind of there was a good energy from that.
Yeah, it's so cool like bringing this story to life and like thinking about like what it was actually like for them back then and how important this was, and then to see someone who was actually a part of like that actual thing is super
Absolutely.
cool.
So had you ever seen A League of Their Own before you auditioned for this musical?
Yes.
I'd heard of it, but I hadn't seen it
I
yet.
was the same way.
Have you watched it now?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel the movie and the musical, like how much in common do they have or not so much?
I think the camaraderie
Yeah.
is very similar between the
Yeah.
girls on the team, especially between the Peaches in the musical too. Like
Yeah.
you see that in the movie, but then you also see that in the musical. And we
Yeah.
come to rehearsal every day, and it's a good group because we all, I think, know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
Or I mean, we got to know each other pretty fast. Yeah, we do now.
Yeah.
And so we're all buddies, and we pal around like on the breaks
Yeah,
and
it's
everything
so much
like that.
How many girls are in the show? How many girls are on the team in the show,
There's
I guess?
20 of us on
Okay,
the team
that's
in the
cool.
show.
Yeah, 20 Peaches. Yeah.
That's
And then there's
pretty,
some
that's a
other
big
ensembles.
ensemble for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Of girls, girl power. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some guys in the show, you boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty cool show for little girls to go see, I'm sure, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah. When we did the performance for the 30th celebration, there were little girls coming up to us and taking pictures with us, and it was so cool. They were like dressed in Peaches stuff, and
Yeah.
it was really
So you're getting
cool.
excited. Are you guys ready for the first performance, or are you glad you have a couple weeks still?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have our
Yeah.
first run through tonight.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, so
we're
it's
gonna see how it
starting.
goes.
Yeah, starting to come together, but yeah.
Okay, so
definitely a lot to do
Friday,
still.
July 22nd is opening night, and it runs through the 31st weekends, right? Weekends only.
Yep.
And we can get tickets. Where can we get tickets? Do you know? I'm sure on our website.
Tickets.thestudioRockford.com.
Look
Yeah.
at that. It's like you knew. It's right there on the screen. You can scan that flow code too. I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to come see you guys. I'm very excited to see what this music. I know we like get bits and pieces of the story, but I didn't want you to reveal everything. We got to
Yeah.
go see
Right.
the show and see what happens. Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Coming up next, it's Spirit Day. We're making mojitos with Brianna from the Midwest Rustics. Don't go anywhere.